It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. I've been raking up off these niggas for a minute now. Hey, y'all gonna learn to listen one way or another though. Hey, let's get it. Let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up like he check, nigga, run it. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, boy, don't make me spit your onion. Ayy, let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up like he check, nigga, run it. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, boy, don't make me spit your onion. Ayy, flashback to the days I was in the days. I was sleeping on the couch, couldn't nobody stay. I was serving up the chicken, couldn't get a raise. Now I'm cooking up the game like I'm Bobby Flay. Fuck rap, I ain't got no friends in this shit. Put them M's to the front like a Benz in this shit. I be swimming through the money and got some fins in this shit. I be stomping through the street like some Timbs in this bitch. Made trends in this shit for some IOUs, but I don't lose. Construction how I tighten them screws. Tie up my shoes, back on the block, straight to the bag, ho. Jumping off the porch for that green like a tadpole. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. So, this video, we're getting into DJ Head and the OVO Grrrls, I guess. You know what I mean? So, DJ Head and Gina Views, they just released their latest episode of Effective Immediately yesterday. And in that episode, they did their assessment of the Iceman album, right? Positives, negatives, they treated it, as objective as possible. Gina Views is actually a Drake fan as well. She's been saying for a while Drake is her favorite rapper. I thought Fabulous was her favorite rapper, but I guess all time versus current, maybe, I don't know, but that's what I'm guessing. And DJ Head actually led with his pros and cons of the album. He said the records that he likes, and then he got into the negatives. Now, when he get into the negatives, the first thing that came up was the subject of Too Hard for the Radio. Of course, we know Too Hard for the Radio is Drake's rendition of trying to make a song like Not Like Us, or the various songs on GNX that have, a very West Coast, kind of Bay inspired vibe to it. You can look at Not Like Us, you could look at Peekaboo, you could look at fucking what other songs? You could look at Squabble Up, you know what I mean? We already know what it is. And of course, we know for sure that Too Hard for the Radio was inspired by Kendrick because of the wow, we, you know what I mean? Some people feel like it's parody, like he's trying to make fun of Kendrick. I don't understand why you would be making fun of something while trying to put out a serious project. But we've talked enough about my critiques of the Iceman album. I've taken enough hits for my critiques of the Iceman album. So it is what it is, and it is what it is. But with the Too Hard for the Radio joint in particular, DJ Head basically spoke about some of the tension that's going on right now in LA. Some people are not fucking with that record. Of course, there's some disses on that record. Doc gets dissed. Jay-Z gets dissed. Mustard gets dissed. Tell Mustard to catch up. Of course. And DJ Head basically spoke to it and wanted to try to, quell some of that conversation down, some of that friction, saying he didn't want to be a part of it, right? So in that, DJ Head has actually made a version of Too Hard for the Radio that people on the West Coast can play that is devoid of the disses, right? And as this video of Head got clipped and spread out on social media, two members of OVO Noel, who is Drake's basically replacement for 40. That's the simplest way I could say it, right? OVO Noel is the in-house producer. He's the one who's with Drake, recording Drake pretty often. He'll do additional production. And we all know that primary job used to be 40's, right? We've talked about the 40 situation enough over here on this channel. Anyway, but 40 contributes here and there, does a lot of the mastering and stuff like that, the final touches, we'll say. Whereas OVO Noel is in studio, hands-on, etc., etc. Then you have OVO Mark, who also chimed in. Personally, I do not know what OVO Mark's contribution to the crew is. I do know that back when OVO Radio, OVO Sound Radio or whatever was still in effect, OVO Mark and Noel, they used to run that, or at least contribute heavily to it. But outside of that, I do not know OVO Mark's position or situation with the company. I just know he's over there, right? He's got an OVO on his name. He's always around. He's a part of the crew. All right. Again, I'm sure there's OVO Jacob, OVO John, OVO Octavian. Oh well, shit. That's the other nigga, the old little angel. Excuse me. The dude who got canceled in the UK for beating up his girlfriend and rebranding himself under OVO. I'm sure there's goddamn OVO Joseph and all these regular ass names as well over there. So they came online and basically clowned DJ Head, called him a goof, called him a weirdo, and letting it be known, nigga, we want smoke with you too. And it kind of shows the difference between the two sides, if I may say so, right? Like, we see that Drake's team has been taking shots for a long time. We saw Boy Wonder coming out last year. Oh, he came out multiple times over the last 2 years, antagonizing and shooting in Kendrick Lamar's direction. Why? I don't know, especially when he's produced on a couple of Kendrick albums. Could have swore when he produced The Blacker the Berry, like, he made it very well known Kendrick was one of his favorite artists. You know what I mean? Niggas won a Grammy together on Mr. Morale. So, but now it's over. You know what I mean? So he was shooting in that direction for a while. We see OVO Mark, OVO Noel. They've been taking shots for a while too. We've seen multiple people from that side that came out looking crazy. You know what I mean? Hell, I think Baca even did a fucking interview where he was feeling some type of way. You had it's documented. Now, of course, we've also had people from Kendrick's camp come out and speak. If you want to count DJ Head, if you want to count Glasses Malone, he's very vocal. But as far as studio personnel, I haven't seen Scott Bridgeway come out talking shit about Drake or OVO. You know what I mean? I haven't seen Ichiban Don come out talking shit about them. I haven't seen Soundwave coming out talking shit about them. They're pretty much in the studio, working on projects, doing their thing, working with Keem as well, and just keeping it locked in on what's important, the music. But when it comes to Drake's side, they're a bit more vocal and just staying in the public eye, just as their leader does. So let's get to the video.
The Too Hard for the Radio is controversial because on one side, I've gotten that he's intentionally trying to drive a wedge between LA and the Bay. I don't buy that. I don't subscribe to that. The Bay and LA, we fuck with each other. I'm not contributing to that conversation or narrative that there's going to be, like, you're not going to do that with me or my platform.
Wait, what you're saying? You don't believe that he's doing it, or you're saying it's impossible to happen?
Nothing's impossible. I'm not participating in that though. And that narrative of like, yeah, well, the LA shouldn't support that song because it's him. It's like, no, nigga. nigga, if the niggas want to hear the records, play the records. I don't like it. Don't whatever, cool. But for the people for the DJs, I'll say this: for the DJs who feel conflicted, if you go to djhead.com, I have an edit of Too Hard for the Radio that you can play without disses in it. It's just a DJ Head edit that you can play free of charge. You can download it. Go to DJ.
What did you remove?
Well, he said something about mustard. He said something about I forgot. It was like a couple things he said. I don't remember the bars, but I just remember it was like some little slick shit that he said. So those things have been removed, and you can play the DJ Head version free and clear with guilt free.
Who's the targeted consumer for that song? For your edit?
For my edit, for the DJs.
Where?
In LA.
Because we don't want to disrespect mustard.
Because people feel conflicted about playing a song that's taking shots at the homies. So this one doesn't have that.
It's a little contradiction.
Why?
The people who wouldn't play it.
Oh, because it's taking because.
Yeah, because when did we ever give a fuck about niggas taking shots at each other and them? Because we'll play some shit from some niggas from LA taking shots at niggas from LA.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, yeah. I get what you're saying, 100%. But I made the edit, so it's there for you to have at it.
Look at you benefiting off of a Drake song.
I'm not charging nothing.
You're not charging nothing, but it will drive traffic to your website.
I'm not monetizing my website.
I didn't say that. I said drive traffic. You see how a nigga will flip your words in your face?
Well, I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Well, I could put it on somebody else's website, but I felt like they was gonna take it down.
You gave it to Mustard.
I could send it to him.
Mustard.
I don't think he gonna play it either way. Okay. So
wait. I do want to know, did you actually like that song? I thought that would have been your favorite one from the album.
I like the song. So there's a couple things that, and I don't know how much I can get into it, but the second half of that song, I don't know why he did so many beat switches on this album.
He does that. He's done that multiple times on multiple albums.
But to me, it's just a lot on this one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
It's more music. It's more of the rap music.
Got you.
It's just more of it. It's no different than all of the make thems. All of the make thems.
Okay, got you.
If we would have got one Iceman album, we probably would have only got one make them. If that makes sense. We wouldn't have, not one Iceman. If we would have got Iceman, Habiti, and Maid of Honor like all in one, obviously we wouldn't have gotten 40 songs. We probably would have got like 17 or something, but we would have only had a few versions of certain songs on there. Yeah. So that's probably why it's standing out so much, because like you said, he's doing it so much on these albums, and it's standing out to you more than it has before. Yeah,
I probably also haven't like deep dove into them, like to know like there's been a lot of beat switches, but to me it just seemed like it was just too many beat switches.
I still haven't like done a deep dive.
All right, nah, it's definitely more beat switches on the album than usual. I think he was trying to make a point. I think this was his attempt at trying to make like a rap album and have it be successful, because honestly, that is one of the critiques that has been very prevalent over his career, is that Drake doesn't typically give you a straight up rap album, right? He's going to give you all these different vibes, all these different accents, all these different, versions of himself. But then the rap side is very minimal. You know what I mean? Like, he's always going to rap. He's a rapper, I guess. But as far as like barring up, now his version of barring up, I was very critical of some of those different bars, so some of those different punchlines, some of those different analogies and things. I thought a lot of them were cringe, but there's a lot of people out there that are satisfied with it, who don't require more thought than under the arm like I'm ticklish. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't got nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me. But just piggybacking on the subject matter. Now, as this video was making its rounds online, OVO Noel and OVO Mark had this to say. So OVO Noel jumps in the comments with laughing emojis and says, "Do like Bryson, nigga." I ain't gonna lie. At first, I didn't know OVO Noel was black. I ain't never seen the nigga like that. You know what I mean? I had to do my Googles and shit, because I'm like, who is this white boy talking about with the black ninja emoji? Fuck going on there? But turns out OVO Noel is black. Okay. So he says, do like Bryson, nigga. And of course, on the Iceman album, I think it's on Shebang, Drake says something to the effect of, if you trying to fuck with me, nigga, do like Bryson and don't. Okay? And apparently he likes that line a lot. That actually speaks to my critique of the rapping on the album, because do like Bryson, nigga, and don't ain't really good rap. But I guess it applies to the situation, because they saying don't put that motherfucking DJ Head edit out there. You know what I'm saying? Leave the song as it is. Let the boy get his disses off. Let him get his rocks off. Y'all niggas got y'all rocks off for 2 years with Not Like Us, the Grammys. Y'all niggas took it on a worldwide stadium tour. Y'all niggas completely thrashed their home team. You know what I mean? So, of course, they will probably feel some type of way. Then we got OVO Mark, who we still don't know what he does, with his own set of laughing emojis. And he says, these guys are weirdos, man. I could have sworn the narrative for the last 2 years is that you guys are the weirdos. But hey, I'm just doing my commentary and coverage and just jogging my own mental, okay? Has nothing to do with me. I just know that the narrative is you guys are the weirdos, okay? The narrative is you guys are the ones throwing the weird parties, okay? Whether it be in Drake's homes, in Toronto, or in LA, the one that used to be there that was sold, or when y'all be in Ibiza or on different on different yachts. You know what I mean? Your now beloved, what's the dirt, exposed that. He's the one who showed the fucking teenage girls drinking wine coolers at the Drake party, okay? I didn't do the investigative journalism for that. But that's y'all homie now. That's who y'all are clearing UMG copyright strikes for nowadays. But basically, it's just very clear that the OVO guys still want smoke. You know what I mean? DJ Head is trying to move forward. He's trying to, be somewhat mature about the situation. He's trying to, consolidate his efforts in, simmering down whatever may be brewing between LA and the Bay. Of course, there's always that conversation about the sound and who did what first, who got what from what. Especially when it comes to Mustard's production. And, it seems like a concerted effort from Drake to go to the Bay. Of course, there's the producer Pilo, who produced the Too Hard for the Radio song. And perhaps he was trying to create that tension. But there's a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? I'm not out there on the ground. But DJ Head is like, I'm going to do my part. Now, only thing that I can say about that is I don't think there will be anybody from OVO's team playing any Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Regardless of if they edited it, regardless of if they heard shots going at Drake, regardless of if they liked the record on their personal time. You better believe it was some niggas in OVO that was playing fucking Not Like Us in their spare time when they wasn't hanging with Drake. You think them motherfuckers wasn't turning that shit on? You's a goddamn lie. You know what I mean? And we saw what happened just days after the record started to pick up in Houston. Word around town was that Drake came into town and was shutting niggas down. You know what I mean? Telling people, y'all cannot play this record. When Drake is in town, this record cannot be played. You had the mob ties niggas, leaning on their compadres out there saying, hey, this record is a no-go. Now, of course, it was still getting played. It was still going worldwide, global. But in certain settings, especially when it was known that Homeboy would be around, it was getting shut down. We could play anything but that. And we seen the sensitivity to it. We even seen when a motherfucker was outside of Drake's hotel, that motherfucker was trying to get ready for his international tour date, and there was some niggas outside playing that bitch right in front of his ass just trying to see how he was going to react. The sensitivity to that record is definitely there. So, you know, I will say this, you know, they not going to be out here publicly playing nothing from Kendrick. So it does shine a little bit of a light of a, you know, you trying to take the high road when other niggas won't take the high road with you. Now, that's a personal choice. But I say fuck that shit. That's me, personally. And I'm not affiliated with nobody. Although people seem to think I'm being paid for my opinion. Bitch, send it. If I was, I wouldn't be ashamed of it. Bitch, send it. But you can't buy my opinion. You know what I mean? All I can do is give you my thoughts. It is what it is. I talk about my taste. But I would say fuck that shit. You gonna hear the song elsewhere. You ain't gonna come to me to get it. I'm gonna do what I do. You ain't gonna miss it. Cause I'm gonna play so much other shit that you're gonna enjoy. You ain't gonna be worried about that nigga. Fuck that shit. But again, everybody different. Last thing I'm gonna say is I think that this whole revenge arc, this whole we're the bad guys, we're gonna come out and antagonize the situation 2 years after it's already been done. A year after Kendrick came out and did what the fuck he needed to do as the victor, the winner, as the nigga who decimated your OG. Y'all should be moving on to bigger and better things. Y'all should be trying to prove that the hits don't stop. And not just the numbers, but the hits. You need hits coming from Drake. If it ain't a hit, it don't exist. And that's as it pertains to his fans. It ain't even talking about me. That's how his fans treat it. Because when that motherfucker was putting them Scary Hours albums out, them bitches wasn't performing at all when he was supposedly rapping. Now, all of a sudden, they care about raps. Okay. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like and share this video. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I built. I